Hey folks, we have a special treat today on the channel. I've posted little videos about these buildings before with Howard, but I want to revisit them today. These are some beautiful big O-scale structures, the coal tower and the interlocking tower. Howard, tell us about this coal tower first.
Well, the coal tower was designed for a client out in the West Coast, Washington State, and unfortunately he didn't live long enough to enjoy it, so I never delivered it. I did sell it to Bob Hess, this tower is, you want to see other pictures, just look at the videos you did on Bob Hess's layout.
Right.
Now this was a monster, size-wise, start with that, then I'll go into the detail.
Yeah.
This was 21 inches high by 16 wide overall.
Good God.
And width would be 10.
All right.
So 21 by 16 by 10.
Holy smokes. And
it's a big son of a bitch.
it's mostly...
it's all basswood. It's an original design. Now it's designed to service 3 tracks. You got a track here. You got a track on this side. Over here there's 2. And inside here, look in here.
All right. Let me get the camera. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Let me turn the camera here, folks. Look at that under bracing underneath there. It's amazing.
Now this was quite a structure. I put little rivets in over here. These were done with track nails. But you can buy actual rivets. I think Tissue makes them.
Let's take a close up. Let's take a close up of these rivets. Oh yeah.
They're small track nails.
Yeah, track nails.
So they work fine. Wow. But you can buy Tissue rivets. Tissue makes good rivets.
And you've got little grain bulb lights too underneath the coal chutes.
Yeah, this has got lights in it. There's light up in here and there's light in here.
And let's flip it around the other way, Howard, while you've got it. You want to put this on the layout somewhere where you can appreciate both sides.
Again, it's quite... You folks in high rail, there's no reason why you can't have a scale-looking structure. You don't have to buy plastic. This thing's available. Sure, it's a few dollars more, but then again, for example, when I sold it to Hess, I bought it back for just about the same amount of money I sold it to him for.
Right.
Because it's fair.
Right.
It has a certain intrinsic value, and that's going to stay. I'm not giving it away, and we're not going to talk about the price. If somebody's interested, they can call you, Al, or call me.
Right.
If they call you, then I have to give you a commission. That's okay.
Well, I'll put my link. I'll put my link below, folks. Let's turn it again, Howard, so we can see the other side of this thing.
Sure.
And we've had it on the channel, but I just...
Yeah, everything is scratch built. I even built the coal chute, so you can't buy those. Those are all scratch made.
All right, so the coal chute.
At a 20,000 starting.
Oh my God.
Here's the sand over here. Little sand. This is the sand tank.
Oh wow. And
it is used to couple up to an actual sand facility, which somebody bought that. I get that back from Hess.
Right.
And we mentioned Hess is changing scales again for about the 20th time. So he's what's he going to HO now?
He's still O and HO.
Yeah, O and HO. 90 years old. Almost 90.
You know, folks, like Howard said, if you're high railers, there is no reason why to have something plastic looking on your layout. I mean, yes, this is expensive, but it's a work of art. And high rail scale trains, O-scale trains, they're all going to be relatively the same on this. This is something that would wake up a high rail layout. It'll be the centerpiece.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just this. We're going to talk about some other buildings.
Well, I build these as art projects, works of art. You know, Al, I used to be a painter, and I actually sold paintings through a gallery. But it was two-dimensional. And one night, I don't know how to tell you the story. I'll tell you why I got out of it. I got turned off because a lady purchased one of my paintings. It was a seascape. And it was quite nice. And she called me. And it says, "Mr. Zane, may I come and see you? I want to talk to you about my painting." Sure. I thought she wanted to commission me for additional paintings. Nope. She brought fabric samples. Now, I told this story. I didn't tell it to you. I think I told it to Forrest. And she brought fabric samples and wanted me to change the colors on the painting to match her new furniture. Well, by act of Congress, I was a gentleman, officially. That night, I was not a gentleman. You wouldn't believe how fast I kicked her out of here. And that was the end of my painting career. She pushed my off button, and that was it. Never painted again. But this to me is my art now. I no longer paint. Plus, I like three-dimensional art, or multi-dimensional is a better word,
Right.
versus two-dimensional.
Yeah, this thing's just amazing. I mean, you got over 100 hours in this.
Oh yeah.
There's over 100 hours in this.
Now you got to remember, the last time I worked for $3 an hour was 1956.
Right.
But a lot of people get upset. Hey, you're charging too much. You know, for example, sometimes I'll work at $20 or $25 an hour or 30, and while I'm working, the plumbers in the other room charging me $140 an hour to work.
Right.
Now, what's more important?
You know,
And
hey
what has
folks,
more value?
if you could do it yourself, great, do it yourself. But you know what? If you can't and you don't want to spend the next couple hundred hours
Yeah.
building something, you can buy something that somebody else is willing to give a piece of their life, spending 3 weeks.
Well, Al, I've also found, you can put that son of a gun in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next one too in a second
Okay.
here. Go ahead, Howard.
I've also found that a lot of structures I've sold, I've seen them resell on eBay for a hell of a lot more than what I sold them for. And people have actually, I've bought back structures I've sold to people for almost the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, I'll pay them more because it's more, I know I can sell it for more.
Right. Well, let's talk about the next one, which is...
This was a interlocking tower for the same client. He wanted a large interlocking tower. Now this has lights, and all it has a full interior, including switch stands and all that kind of stuff. Now you have to see it when the lights are on. You hear the wires here.
Right. Man.
Now flip it around.
And
We should
this-
put a lazy Susan.
Yeah, that's okay. We don't need
I'll be the lazy Susan.
Yeah.
Lazy Howard. That works.
Let's get the ruler out. This one's not a small one, but
No,
she's...
this is, well, we can guess that. This is about 14. So let's see. Here, it's, 14 wide by 14 by 8 by 13.
Right. Well, these two look insane together. I mean, my God, can you
Well, they were
imagine?
designed to go together.
Right.
Now, there was also a coaling station. Not a coaling station, but a sanding tower.
Right, and
We're trying to get back at.
our friend Ryan bought that.
He bought that?
Yeah, that's
That
gone.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's gone. So's the sanding facility that this attaches to.
Yeah.
Ryan bought that,
Yeah,
so
well,
that's
maybe
not
we
for
can
sale.
Borrow from Ryan, build another one.
So, and we are going to pause for 2 seconds, and I'm going to put another building in here I'd like to show you, folks. Hold on just a moment. Folks, I don't know the name of this, but I have favorites, and like I said, this is tempting me to change scales.
You don't want to chase.
I'm
But
telling
then again, you were a young guy. Yeah, I'm an old son of a bitch. You're a young guy, so you probably you get. If I was your age, I probably, if I had the urge you have to change scales, I would do it in a New York minute.
It's available in HO, but this thing's O, and this is the stressed. We did a video this morning of stressing the wood, of making something look stressed. And if you check out the channel this morning, you'll see the Island Creek Coal Company. We're stressing the wood the same way Howard stressed this
I gotta
wood.
fix this, yeah.
Now, that woman there is a little drunk, and
She broke the staircase.
she broke the staircase.
She's gonna go on a diet.
Yep, yep. And it might be an old folks' home. You can make it whatever you want.
It
but
is an old folks home.
It is an old folks' home.
All right, here's the old folks.
This came off Bob Hess's layout too, folks, if you see it on the channel. But Howard, you built this.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is what I call the Appalachian Gothic style,
Okay.
which does not exist except in my mind. It's not true of Victorian. I know Victorian. I was a student of architecture, but I just came up with my own version of Victorian, which I do call Appalachian Gothic.
Wow.
And I've seen many homes throughout the Appalachia, which I traveled extensively when I was learning music, outside music. And I saw a lot of homes like this. They were semi-Victorian, but not quite. They're all built around the turn of the century, as was this. So notice the large windows, because the lighting was very poor in those days. So they used to rely on daylight,
Right.
and of course whale oil or
God,
electricity at night, which wasn't too great.
I love the color of this thing.
Now this is all, of course, this is all basswood. I do not work with two-story anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Flip this around.
Let's talk about these curtains real quick, Howard. We were talking about these.
Curtains
Look
are
like
simple to do. It's except before you build this, you have to build an elevation at a time to do the curtains.
okay.
And then assemble it afterwards. It's just painted on just with white temper. That's all.
White tempera paint,
Yeah.
but they look.
I paint the shades in first, and then that's very simple.
It
It's-
looks
it's-
like cloth. I mean, it looks
Oh, yeah.
like wispy cotton.
Well, you do it very lightly with a small brush, just down like that, and there's your curtains. It's so simple to do. It looks much better than the actual paper curtains that people put in. If you get a close up, you can see how the grain's in there and how the various strands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. That is.
Now this structure is lit also because of the wires hanging out of it.
Mm-hmm. Let's turn it around again, Howard. I want.
Say when.
Keep going. Howard today is our Howard Susan. There's no lazy Susan. It's a Howard Susan.
We got to fix the staircase here. We'll do that right away.
Yeah, this thing is cool.
This lady has got to go on a diet.
This lady is a
She's
problem. Let me turn it again, folks. This thing is just crazy cool. And the size of this, we still have our ruler.
Size is it's not that large actually. It is 15 high by 10 by 13.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you an aerial view of this thing in a second.
Rough.
I just want to. And this was on Bob Hess's layout,
We've
folks.
Bob for years.
And
again, this was going to go for my client out that had passed away.
Yeah. This is a good example of what pastel.
Now, these are, in all fairness, these will be on YouTube. But my client in California, it's not cool to mention his name. I don't know if he would mind it or not.
Well,
but
we
I just
won't.
don't
We
think
won't.
It's a good taste.
Right.
He has first dibs in all of these.
Right.
So if he turns them down, then of course they'll be open for sale.
Right.
But if you want to make a bid on them, we'll make a recording of your bid, and then if it's available, we'll let you know right away, and out you go, or out the structures go. And
yeah, I'll put my contact information down in the alpug1@verizon.net down in the notes of this video, folks. But again, our client does have first gigs on these. I just wanted to show everybody.
Now, why we're doing that? Because he's I'd say a major client, because he's ordered 15 buildings. So I would consider that a major client.
Right.
Also, I do take trades, and so does Al. If you got a lot of brass you want to get rid of or something like that, talk to us.
Right. Folks, I appreciate you watching. Again, alpug1@verizon.net is my direct email. Thanks for watching, and if you want anything custom built for you in HOS or O scale, please contact me, and we'll be more than happy to work out a price with you. Thanks, Howard.
You're quite welcome. We got more to show.